Everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about breaking barriers, okay? Because in life we all have barriers at each stage of our life, and I think what's important is to learn how to overcome, how to break them, how to conquer, and how to move forward. Because if you don't know how to break barriers or overcome limitations, then you're going to be stuck in one place for a long period of time, and you're not going to be moving forward. And I believe that in life you have to move forward. You can't be still, you can't be going back, you need to move forward. That's a life of a believer. Basically, you have to continue to progress. Things should be getting better, it shouldn't be getting worse. And so barriers is something that you cannot control it, but you can overcome it. And once you learn how to always overcome every limitation that comes your way, every barrier that's in front of you, you will forever be moving forward. So that's what I'm going to talk about in this video today. For those of you that have just subscribed to this channel, I want to say thank you. I am seeing the numbers go up, and I'm really happy because now I think we are on 104 subscribers. Honestly, when I started this channel, I started at zero, and it took a long time before it could even go past 20, a very long time. But now to see it at 104, I'm just like, wow. I know to some of you that looks really small because some people have like 1,000 and something, 100,000 and something, but honestly, when you start from nothing, you tend to appreciate every little thing that comes your way, that keeps it going. So I just want to say thank you for that. I'm looking down at my phone just so I don't forget what I'm about to say in this video. So things that causes barriers in life, or things that could cause limitations in life, I have them listed here. 1, your physical appearance. 2, family issues, health, and money. These are the 5 things. The 5th one would be the issues of life. Okay, so I'm going to tackle each one of these, and I'm going to tell you how to overcome them, because believe me, every single person in this world, including myself, has one of these things, or maybe 2 or more. Like I said before, what matters is how you're going to overcome it so you can move forward and not use that as an excuse to stand still. So the first one is your physical appearance. Now, luckily for me, and for some other people, we all have 2 legs, 2 arms, 2 eyes, 1 mouth, 2 ears, 10 fingers. There are some people who have 2 legs but they don't have 2 arms. There are some people who have 2 arms, they don't have 2 legs. There are some people who are on the wheelchair for the rest of their life. People who have autism, and also height is another issue as well. There are some people who are really short, and being short is not a disadvantage. It's only a disadvantage if you see it as a disadvantage. Okay, now let's tackle these things. If you don't have I'm pretty sure you see some people who don't have 2 arms but they do everything with their legs. The reason why they're able to do everything with their legs is because in their mind they have said it to themselves that, look, I need to find a way to do this thing by myself. I don't want to be dependent on someone. I want to find a way to, be able to do things for myself without having to depend on someone. So they don't use that, oh, I don't have arms, as an excuse not to do the things that they do. We know people, and I'm sure you've seen people on YouTube, on TV, who don't have arms, and they are doing things that people who do have arms can do. There's some people who don't have legs. Like, I saw a girl on YouTube, she has no arms, but she drives with her legs. She puts 2 of her legs on the steering thing, and she drives like that. She doesn't depend on anyone. She makes her sandwiches with her legs, she watches TV, controls the remote with her legs, takes a shower with her legs, everything she does with her legs, because in her mind she said it to herself that I'm not going to let this thing limit me or stop me from being independent and doing the things that I need to do on my own. Now, if it's somebody else who sees it as a limitation, then you won't be able to do everything with your legs, because it's hard. It's really hard. But once you've determined that I'm not going to let this thing be a barrier, you'll find a way to make it work. Height. Now, I know some short men, because obviously in society a lot of women, well, majority of women like tall men, okay? And so some men who are short might see it as a disadvantage when it comes to approaching women. Listen, I'm like 5'4", yeah, And so obviously that's quite, I don't know if that's short or if that's the standard for height. But I've had men who were shorter than me approach me. Now, personally, that's not really my type, but I've had shorter men approach me because they don't see their height as an issue. And I tell you something, if you don't see your height as an issue, no one's going to see your height as an issue. And let me just reference this in the Bible. If you go to Luke chapter 19, there's a tax collector in that Bible who was really, really short, and he heard that Jesus was coming, and but there was a big, huge crowd, and there was no way he could see Jesus coming because obviously everybody else around him was taller than him, but he was really short. So he looked around and he saw a tree, and he decided to climb up that tree to see Jesus where he was at. And Jesus saw him, and Jesus was like, you know what, I'm coming to your house to come have dinner with you. Okay, if he saw his height as a limitation, if he was the type of person that said, oh, you know what, I can't see Jesus anymore because I'm just too short, I can't approach that girl because I'm just too short, then guess what, you're not gonna get it. You're not gonna get it. But if you look at yourself and you say, yeah, I'm short, so what, like, it is how it is, that's how I am, I can't change that, so I better deal with it and put that confidence on and do what I have to do. I'm telling you, people won't even bring up your height as an issue. If you don't bring it up as an issue, people won't bring it up as an issue. Moving on to the next barrier that you could have in life is family issue. Now, I'm not talking about toxic family, okay? I'm going to do another video on how to deal with toxic family. When I'm talking about family issue, the one thing that can cause barrier when it comes to family is when you're coming from a poor family. Now, there's a difference between being broke and being poor. Being broke is just for a period of time. Being poor is something that could happen all your life, okay? Because it's a mindset thing. So when you are coming from a poor family, then obviously you're living in a poor location, and so you haven't been able to see all the things in life, and as a result of that you might not even afford to go to school, because here in Europe education is obviously free, but in some parts of the world education is not free at all, and so that could be a limitation for you to be progressing. But let me tell you, you need to change your mindset and realize that education is not the key to success. And just because you don't have a certificate, or just because you're not educated enough, that cannot be a barrier or a limit for or stop you from making money, or stop you from using your gift and your talent. No, you can still do that. You can start from selling. A lot of people, majority of people started from going to school. You can change your mindset and start selling and progress from there. There are people who didn't have the opportunity to go to school, but in their poverty area, in the most poorest place, they decided to start selling bread, selling little food, selling little snacks, and from then on they progressed, and then after a while they were able to go back to school and get the certificate that they wanted to get. So do not let this thing of, oh, I come from a poor family so I can't be rich, or I can't afford to go to school so I can't achieve this and I can't achieve that. Listen, the goal is to become this, yeah? How you're going to achieve that goal is what you don't know. Okay, so you have to be willing to be flexible and be willing to try other things to get to this goal. There's no one way to something. There are many ways to get to something, but there's never one way. So I need you to remember that. If the goal is to become a lawyer and you don't have enough money to go to school, to go to secondary school, or to go to primary school, you can start selling. Once you start selling, you start saving, making money, then you can get yourself back into school. It's never too late to get back. So the next one would be health. Okay, I know this might not sound nice to a lot of people, but we have to keep it real and be honest. Being overweight is a limitation or a barrier for you to become successful in life, or for you to even progress in life. Okay, there are some people, they are on electric chair not because they have leg issue, but because they are overweight. There's some people who cannot walk for more than 10 minutes because they are overweight. There's some people who can never become what they want to become because they are overweight. Okay? Your health is important. When you are overweight, it stops you from achieving a lot of things. You can't move for too long. You're not flexible. your body can't heal quickly, you breathe heavily, you just have a lot of health issues. Most of your money is going to be spent on tablets, GP appointments, dentist appointment. You have to look after your health. You have to start working out. Me talking to you, I'm working out too. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying stuff that I don't do. I'm working out as well, because I've realized that nobody wants to do business with somebody that is looking huge and overweight. That's just the reality of it. It's not attractive to have 3-4 layers of belly. It's not attractive to have a huge lower belly fat and you're walking around and people can literally carry that belly up. It's not attractive at all. And we can talk about body positivity and whatever, but if your health is not in its best condition, it's very hard for you to move forward. It's really hard. I know people who are struggling to move about because they're overweight. And listen, God cares about your weight. Your body is your temple. If you cannot even carry the temple, how in the world can you achieve the things that God has in store for you? How are you going to do that? There's no way you can do that. So please understand, if you are overweight, start working out. Start working out, eat right, discipline yourself, discipline your mouth as well, because gluten is a disease that a lot of people have. And if you have gluten, you can become poor for the love of food. It's very, very possible. The next one, another barrier, is money. Okay, following your dream. Yeah, I think I've touched on money when I was talking about family issues, but I'll talk a bit on it again. Being broke, like I said, is just for a period of time. During this crisis of what's going on right now, of whatever spreading, you lot know about it. Some people have gone broke because some people have no job. Some people have lost their job. Some people, the business have come down. But listen, that's not the end. Okay, now you need to sit down and think, okay, what else can I do to bring money? Look at those gifts within you. Look at those talents within you. Which one do you have that you can work on? Practice it every single day. Get it to perfection and start making money from it. Think about it. Like, for example, before the lockdown, right? People are going to the gym, working out in the gym. This crisis has now allowed people who do gym workouts on YouTube to earn more money now, because gyms have been closed. So people have now switched to following online workouts. Okay, so I need you to think, what talents, what gifts do I have within me that I can begin to work on and perfect it and start making money from it? Because there are many things you can do. It's just a matter of you sitting down and looking within and thinking of what other things do you like to do. If you like to cook, you can teach people how to cook online. If you like to make your hair, teach people how to make your hair online. Don't have this mindset of, oh, but there's like 1,000 people on YouTube doing videos about hair, what's going to make mine different? No, you are different. You're not them. So even if there's 1,000 people on YouTube doing something that you're about to do, the difference is you are unique. You're not them. So they might love watching your video because they love your accent. They might love watching your video because you look beautiful. They might love watching your video because you're funny. They might love watching your video because of your personality. They might love watching your video because you always go straight to the point. Okay, we are all different. We could all be doing the same thing. Like McDonald's, KFC and Burger King, they are all selling the same thing: chips and burger, chips and burger. But there is a difference. McDonald's, you know, they've got really nice selection of chicken. KFC, it's all deep fried chicken in bigger sizes and family sizes. Burger King, they specialize in the burgers. So even though they're all selling the same chips and burger, but there's still a difference, and all three of them are still making money. Now, they might not all be making the same money, but they are still making something. Then the last one, which is life issues. Okay, so we've got Corona. That's about the whole place. That's doing a lot more damage than good, right? And like I said before, it's caused people to stay home. It's caused people to lose jobs. It's caused businesses to run down. Let me tell you something about being a Christian. When you're a Christian and there's crisis going on, like what's going on right now, you are still going to be provided for in this situation. You're still going to be moving forward and progressing in life. In this Corona situation, some people have gotten married. Okay, in this lockdown situation, some people have created new businesses. In this lockdown situation, some people have gotten sponsorship that they weren't entitled to. In this lockdown situation, some people's income has actually increased. And I know to some people that sounds very impossible, but it's possible. And me talking to you, I'm one of those people. During this lockdown, what I did not expect to get, I got it. And I got a little bit of increase of income for myself, which I don't even know where it came from. That's during this pandemic. So that's one of the benefits about being a Christian. When the storms of life come in, even in the midst of that storm, you are still sorted. You're not gonna go back to square one. You're still going to progress, trust me. And people will not be able to know, like, how did you do it? Even you won't be able to explain how it happened. You just realize that it just happened. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for this video. I just want to talk about this because we are in a situation where the way the world is going, we can't really perceive what's coming next. We can't really perceive what 2021 is going to look like. And so we don't know if it's going to get worse. We don't know if it's going to get better. But all we need to know is how to break all this limitation and move forward. And obviously, prayer is key, okay? You have to pray. Life is spiritual. Things happen in the spirit before they manifest here on earth. So if you don't know what to do, if you're confused or stuck, please pray. If you don't know what gifts or talents you have on the inside of you, pray and ask God to reveal them to you. During this lockdown situation, there's something that God wants you to focus on. There's something that God wants you to do more, but you don't know because you haven't had that quality time of God, or you haven't had that time to really search within to know what exactly is it that He wants me to achieve during this lockdown. Okay, so that's it for this video. Do make sure you like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.